Right, and so we've got 25,000 people in our database, give or take. These are potential investors, buyers and sellers of real estate. There's certain limitations in Salesforce when you're dealing with a lot of data like that. And somebody explained it to me in a since we're working in the cloud, there's only so much information you can pull up and down at one time. And so what Salesforce does by default is it limits it. It puts it at top 10, top 50, and then you click on a list and you get more. And if you want to see more information, then you got to click again. And so there's certain limitations. And when we're trying to work around those limitations, we ended up trying to build a custom solution. This was before I knew about the grid. Someone from Configuro called me because we had talked previously. He said, "Oh, how's your Salesforce?" I said, "Fine, He said, "Can we help you with anything?" And I said, "Hi, I got this problem," and I described the problem of updating a lot of information at once. And they say, "Oh, we're working on this grid, and maybe this grid can help you out." And they showed it to me. I was like, "Wow, that's exactly what I want," because we're a finance-based industry. It's closely tied to the banking industry and the investment industry. And so everyone knows Excel, and everyone works in Excel. And what this slide you're looking at is showing us this sort of a process where what we'll do is we'll have an investment opportunity. We send it out to at least 3,000 to 5,000 people, sometimes more. And these are various investors throughout the country. And then our brokers get on the phone and they literally take that list, they sort those lists, they group those lists, they manipulate the data in all kinds of ways, and then they start making phone calls. And then when they're on the phone, they want to make notes, and they want to see related info right before they hit the call button. They want to see what other listings did I send this person. And what I'm going to be able to show you in the grid is you can get that all in a very quick view. Right at the hands. And so you make your notes and everything, and you send emails, and you do all these things with about 2,000 to 5,000 people at once, records at once. Well, I just want to show you my grid, which is a customized grid. So here's the grid. And of course, you can sort it like Excel, front and back, and you can do a quick filter. And this is standard grid stuff, so there's Jeff, and when you clear it out, it clears out that, and we've got some assignments. So we assign brokers to a list, and so here's Jeff Patterson, suppose, one of my partners, and suppose he wants to go in here and make phone calls. Well, here's his people, and if I click on this person, let me find a good record. Of course, yeah, there's a good record. So over here, I select the record, and I can make my phone calls or whatever. And I'll see over here on the right all the calls that I've made. But that shows all the calls that have been made on this particular assignment. And so when Jeff goes to make a phone call, he can see very quickly who made a call already and what was it regarding to. This particular one was a test record that I'm showing you. And suppose he goes to call Janet. Configuro built this personalized thing for me. If I click this button, I get a console that comes up, and this is a campaign that we're looking at. So you've got a status, and we can change the status of, I left a message or whatever the case is. And I can record a note. I can save that. I can move over here and do a follow-up task and assign it to myself or assign it to somebody in my group. Hey, send this person these financial statements or what have you. I could also send an email. And if I wanted to post an internal note, I can do that all within this little console they've built for me. And so I'm not going to save any of that. But I would hit save. The note would show up here. Here's another really powerful function about it. If I go over to this other list, I can see what other campaigns, in this case, who this person's on. And so in our business, we've got the listings. We're probably talking to Janet about listing A, and then we can pop over here and select this other listing. And let me expand this out a little bit. And I can launch that little call wizard buddy thing, and I can do the same thing on those other listings, those other campaigns. And so very quickly in my list, I can sort it. I can hone in. I can look at other things that are attached. There's some other things that you can do, like the chatter and events and attachments and things like that, and they can customize all that stuff for you. And then if I want to go back to the record, I could just hit this arrow thing here. I mentioned you can export to Excel, so we can take whatever we're doing in the Excel and export it. You can also really easily, but you can very easily hide and show the columns that are in there. Trying to quantify the benefit of this, I put a quick calculation together, and came out to be $70,000 a year, and then that was trying to quantify what it costs, people's time, and all goes away. All that manual labor goes away, and we were able to, by my calculation, when I roll it all out, save as you can see in these figures, quite a bit of hours, where you don't have to go take the data out into Excel, put the relevant data with it, use it, and then bring it back into the system. It's all right there in the system, and has some pretty significant time savings.